If you're running a plumbing, heating, or cooling company and it feels like you're solving every problem alone, price mistakes, hiring mistakes, insurance mistakes, cash flow pressure, you're paying for lessons that other contractors already learned years ago. And the truth is, a lot of contractors stay stuck not because they aren't working hard enough, but because they're isolated. Today, you're going to hear why the contractors who grow faster, protect their margins, and survive the hard seasons usually have one thing in common. They build the right relationships before they need them. Jason Pritchard has built businesses, served in industry leadership, and is now stepping into national leadership as president of PCCC because he understands exactly how connections change what's possible for a contractor.
I can pick up the phone. I probably don't always have the answer, but I know somebody else who has the answer.
In this conversation, you'll hear how one relationship solved a real insurance crisis, why trade shows matter more than most owners realize, and how the right network can save you years of expensive mistakes. If you're tired of working hard, but still feeling like you're carrying too much alone, this episode's for you. I had 3 sewer jobs open ready for inspection, and I couldn't get the permit, was like red flagged in Seattle. And there was some new insurance auditor guy came through the city and flagged our policy as not adequate. We didn't have subsidence of land coverage. Well, that's like if you dig a trench beside a house and then the house could slide into the trench, right? Well, it was a mistake. Our insurance didn't have it, so it took a couple weeks to figure that out. But I had 3 side sewers open, and it was a PACC member that covered my permits. Like if I wasn't a PACC member and we weren't friends, like who's gonna risk their business on my 3 jobs, the competitors' jobs, right?
Yeah, that's what we do. I mean, we're out there day in and day out,
Yeah.
competing for customers, competing for business and all that stuff. But really when we all get in the room together, we work to solve industry problems, and then we absolutely work to solve each other's problems. And that's the coolest part. Last year, PHCC member kind of paused what he was doing with his own business and jumped in hands-on to another PHCC contractor's business that was struggling and helped right the ship.
Yes.
I mean, who does that? And that just speaks to the character of the PHCC contractor and a true understanding of elevating the industry, and having good contractors out there makes us all look better.
So Trade Traction, I'm trying to help people, apprentices, techs, business owners, stop spinning their wheels and get going in their trade. And you're going places, man. You've arrived.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to anyway. I'm getting there. I think I'm getting there. It's been a busy year.
Yeah.
Got the business going on, of course, Prycor. Just plugging away day in and day out. We like to help contractors provide sewer repair and replacement services for their customers. So business to business, and we're lining up a lot of work there and making some good connections there. That's what it's all about. We're in the relationship business there. We don't just service people. We create partnerships that are long lasting and mutually beneficial. So we're really proud of the work we've done there and the people we've developed and the team we've got. So
yeah, you're like a name brand in the Seattle area, working for all sorts of plumbing companies that that the job's too big.
Right.
Or they don't like doing drain cleaning or pipe bursting, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. So where we're contractor service offering stops, that's where we can come in and go, hey, don't turn the job away, send it to us, take care of your customer, and then go get the next one.
Awesome. So then how on earth are you here?
How am
now
I
you're
here?
a PCCC incoming national president.
Oh my gosh, that's
How'd that
wild.
happen?
That's wild when I just hear you say that. How did that happen? It's honestly, it's a whirlwind. I served as state chapter president for 3 years and had a great time doing that, and just kind of helping build the chapter and kind of just helping lay the foundation for what things are right now. And I'm really proud and impressed with the work that you and Todd are doing out there, and having the opportunity to watch that thing take off. That's a lot of fun. And next thing you know, I'm on the national board of directors, and served some time there, and it makes it sound like a prison sentence. It's actually it's an awesome opportunity. As you found out, you meet a lot of great people, and you really start to see how being a part of something like that has an impact on not just the people within the association, but the industry as a whole.
Yeah.
The advocacy efforts and the workforce development and the apprenticeship training that we're providing. Being able to have a role in developing and promoting all that stuff is awesome. And man, next thing you know, decided, hey, I'm going to run for national president. Why not? I'm here. I got some things I can provide. I got to observe some really great leadership on the way there, and some guys helped me along and said, "Hey, let's go, let's do this." And so I'm just really excited for the opportunity. Really humbled to be the leader of the PHCC and the trade industry as a whole here. So very excited.
So how did it all start, Jason? How you're running your Pricord back in Seattle? What inspired you to get involved with PHCC? A lot of contractors don't even know what PHCC is, or that it even exists.
I didn't know what it was. I kind of came across it. Bill Buckingham, Southwest Plumbing. He's a past national board director. He kind of introduced me to it, and I went, wow, this is kind of cool. Wow. Because plumbing contractors are my customers essentially, right. And I kind of went, wait a minute, they meet once a month and they're all here in a room together. I don't have to hunt and peck and go find them. They're all together. Okay, let's do that. So it started off as a networking opportunity for my business, and through that just grew into a lot of other things. And I began to understand the importance of not just working with customers and finding partners there, but in helping solve problems in the industry and hearing what they were dealing with. And okay, well, how collectively can we collaborate on these things and make some progress together? So that's how it started off, as a networking opportunity. Hey, my customers are here. I'm gonna be there, and then the ability to step up and just say, hey, we got some work to do together. We can help each other out in a lot of ways. Yeah. So that's where it all started, and it just keeps on getting better from there. You just keep going through open doors. Right, yeah. Yeah, you're going through open doors and you're dragging me through them after you. Come along, Dennis, let's go, I remember the day, like I'm at a board meeting and all of a sudden, hey, you're going to be secretary. I'm like, what's the secretary do? Yeah. I think I said yes before I asked. Yeah, I think so. I think you went, okay, I'll do it. And then, wait, what's the job again? Exactly. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, you're going to be on the board. What board? The national board. What? Yeah. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm moving up. You got to move up too. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this together. So it's been a lot of fun, man. It has been. Yeah. So you're the incoming president. I get to bring you up, dude. Yeah. I get to induct you. Yeah, that's super cool, man. I love having you there. And it's what's cool about that is it's an example of the friends you make along the way. Totally. And the role that they can play in your lives. I mean, as I've had the opportunity to travel around the country with PHCC, I've made amazing friends. I mean, lifelong friends, and they're people I can pick up the phone. Hey, I got this thing going on at work, or man, I remember you talking about something. Fill me in on that. How'd you deal with that? How'd you overcome that? Right. And conversely, I get the same thing. I get folks calling me up and hey, Jason, we're running into something here. How can you help? And I probably don't always have the answer, but I know somebody else who has the answer. Yes. And a lot of that is because of connections made through PHCC and just being a part of it. So. Yeah, these shows, like a lot of people don't. I didn't go to trade shows for years. I had friends that always begged me to go, and I never went. I was always too busy making money, right? So I was trying to make money, right? And now I don't want to miss. And every time I show up, I'm always shocked at how fun it is. That the keynote was talking about connection, and we can't get people to go to bed at night here. Everybody's just jabbering away, and yeah. Well, and we got a lot to say, and there's just fascinating people talking about things they're passionate about. And when you find somebody that's passionate about something, you can't break away from that. It's like, okay, they've got some love here, especially when we like it too, right? Oh yeah, we're all in the same industry, right? Yeah, totally. So you look around the trade show floor here. You got everybody's here. Milwaukee Tool. Around it, everybody's here, and it's fun. There's an electricity about it once it gets rolling. So This is one of my favorite parts of Connect, is coming through and talking to the suppliers, and man, what brought you here? Right. What do you got? What do you got to offer us? And they're just so excited to have the opportunity to be here with us and show us what's new and exciting in the industry. And it's a lot of fun. So how do you get the most out of a trade show, Jason? Like, I think it seems like a lot of people just kind of show up. A lot of times it's their first time. It's pretty overwhelming. But now you've been a while. What are some tricks to get the most out of a trade show? I like to get to know the people. They took their time and they brought their stuff out here. They unpacked. They traveled. That's really what I want to do. I want to, I love knowing about their products, but I want to know the individuals. I want to know, what are you about? What, and through that, you get a better understanding of the product they're selling or what they're trying to get from me. That, to me, that's the biggest part of all of this, is just getting to know people on a more personal level and understanding where they're coming from and what they're doing here. And what brings you to the PHCC Connect trade show today? What what excited you about this coming here? And what are you hoping to find from this? And then you get to you might talk about their product they're selling, but usually you get to know the people a little bit, and later on you see them, and then that's the thing. You may run into them later, and hey, remember this? Don't forget. And so I look forward to that, and I look forward to the calls later on and revisiting some of these things as they. Hey, remember we met at the trade show? Like, oh yeah, okay. Right. And so you get a lot of connection that way. You get the people you meet, and just the excitement and what they bring, the energy they bring is the best part.
Yeah, I'm always shocked. Like that's like what PHCC means to me. I've been saying it's like digging your well before you're thirsty, and you don't know where these relationships are going to benefit you, but they not that you're doing it to benefit you, but as you build your network of people and you know people. And people know you, that always pays off somehow in the future.
Always. It always comes back around at some point, doesn't it? I look at our executive director, Todd Allred, and what a great resource he is. And who would have thought he went from, plumbing contractor to, he decided, man, I love this so much. I want to lead our state chapter. I want to, and it's his calling, he puts his heart and soul into it every day. And, having met Todd, and he's a big reason I've ended up here today, actually. When I was state chapter president, Todd made the comment like, hey, you know what? We're going to make you national president. You're crazy, man. You're out of your mind. Jeez. And, sure enough, here we are.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, digging your well before you're thirsty, that makes a lot of sense. You never know when you're going to need that water. You better be prepared.
Yeah. Well, I remember a time back when I had 3 sewer jobs open, ready for inspection, and I couldn't get the permit. Was like red flagged in Seattle. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what's going on? Everything's been good for decades.
Yeah.
And there was some new insurance auditor guy came through the city and flagged our policy as not adequate. And it's like, we didn't have subsidence of land coverage. And like, what's subsidence of land coverage? Like, what are you talking about, dude? Well, that's like if you dig a trench beside a house. Uh-huh. And then the house could slide into the trench, right? That's subsidence of land.
Yeah.
Well, it was a mistake. Our insurance didn't have it, and the city never caught it. Mm. So anyway, so it took a couple weeks to figure that out with insurance and get that fixed. But I had 3 side sewers open, and it was a PACC member that covered my permits.
Really?
Like if I wasn't a PACC member and we weren't friends, like who's gonna risk their business on my 3 jobs, a competitor's jobs, right?
Yeah.
It was a PACC member.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
It was Bill.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
Yeah. He said no, and then he called me back 20 minutes later. He's like, I know you, Dennis. Yeah. Like, I'll take care of it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
see,
my name.
That's what we do. I mean, we're out there day in and day out, competing for customers, competing for business and all that stuff. But really when we all get in the room together and we work to solve industry problems, then we absolutely work to solve each other's problems, and that's the coolest part. There's this, last year, PHCC member kind of paused what he was doing with his own business and jumped in hands-on to another PHCC contractor's business that was struggling and helped right the ship.
Yes. I mean, what a story that was.
Who does that? I mean, that's remarkable, and that just speaks to the character of the PHCC contractor, and a true understanding of, elevating the industry and different things that you can do to do things, to pick things up, and having good contractors out there makes us all look better.
Absolutely.
So that's just an amazing story.
I think one of the reasons, like to me, that speaks of so many times when we start business, we see each other as competitors, but really. I had a tech tell me this. We're not. We're like golfers playing a golf course. Like we're competing, but we're really competing against the golf course.
Right.
We're not trying to beat each other up.
No.
We're trying to beat the golf course.
Yeah.
And I hope I beat it better than you beat it, but we're not competitors. We're compete against the golf course. And that's how business is.
Yeah, exactly.
And so you got to get rid of that, looking at each other as competitors and help each other. There's plenty of work. There's not enough plumbers out there.
Right.
So there's no reason to worry about that. So now let's see how good we can be.
Yeah, right.
In the marketplace.
Yep, exactly. That's a good comparison there. They playing the golf course.
Yeah.
Are my irons going to be a little bit better today? Is the wind going to knock me down a little bit? What's going to affect me? Am I following through a little bit too heavy today? What's going to affect?
I think I need to start playing golf. I don't. I think I know what you're talking about. I got to get out more.
I played a little too much golf probably this last summer, and the funny thing about golf is I played more than I have in a long time, and I'm not any better at it.
Yeah.
I didn't get better. I don't know.
It's kind of like business too.
Yeah, right. You keep on rolling, and you think you got it figured out, and then
all of a sudden AI is answering the phones. It's like, wait a second.
Yeah.
I was good at answering the phones. Now what do I do?
Gosh. Yeah, exactly. Right? I mean, and that's another thing about being here is you're able to get yourself caught up and up to date on what are the business trends in this industry. And man, it is critical. It's not optional anymore to be technologically savvy and understand how all this stuff works. Because if you're not doing it, somebody else is. And that's an attraction for customers, and it's an attraction for employees, and it makes it really tough to do business if you're not up to speed on all the stuff that's going on. And so there's a lot of that here on the floor today. A lot of different technologies available that are helping contractors service customers and train people, and new tools to utilize that just a year ago they weren't out there.
Right.
And so big part of being here is just, man, what am I missing out on? What do I need to know?
A mentor of mine, Jim Rohn, he would say, ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is devastation.
Oh.
And is that true or what?
100%.
Like, you've got to know what's going on, or you're just going to get obliterated.
Yeah, totally.
The other thing is, like, people say, well, why did I go out of town for a show? But to me, getting out of town helps you get away from the business. And for Kimberly and I, it was always a way to really look back and see what our company needed and get a really fresh outtake on it.
Oh, yeah. Having the ability to get that, 10,000-foot view without all the distractions.
You got to get 10,000 feet away first.
Exactly. Get here, and you begin to put the pieces together as you're walking around, you're talking to people, and you're looking at things like, oh, man, I could plug this in here, and, it's going to make my guys so much better, and it's going to make my customer experience so much better. Yeah. It's going to make me more efficient, more profitable, so being able to get away is important. It's hard. I get it, man. You
feel like you hope the business is there when you get back. Right?
Yeah. And a lot of people, that's a real struggle of going, man, is it worth the investment? And, is something going to happen while I'm gone? Well, something may happen while you're there, so, get here and, give yourself that opportunity to at least explore what's going on. And the most critical things are the connections you make, the people you meet, and just that resource alone makes this trip worth it.
Yeah. Well, I think I remember leaving for the first time the business and being scared about that. But if they know you're not going to Maui to put your feet up, they know you're going to a work event, and you're going to come back with some good ideas to help everybody else out. It goes a long way. And you have to start trusting your employees. And I never came back to a disaster.
Right.
Not once.
Yeah. Right.
Because I was gone, right?
Yeah. They know what to do. If you did your job right already, they know what to do.
It actually feels kind of good to do the right thing when the boss isn't around. It's like, they unlock the doors and answer the phone.
And get out there and make things happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
and take care of them for it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of trade traction, getting traction, was there a time when you were stuck either as a tech or running the business? And then how did you get unstuck?
Oh, man. Which time?
Exactly. What happens all the time?
All the time.
It's constant.
Well, recently, we had a challenge with our sales team.
Okay.
And we had some guys that we trained and developed, and these guys were amazing. They did a fantastic job for us, and they reached a point where they collectively, one at a time, said, hey, you know what? We kind of want to go start our own thing.
Yeah.
Right. And man, it is a bittersweet thing to go, man, you came in, you were a bicycle mechanic and now you're making a lot of money.
Hey,
doing
what's
what
wrong
you're
with
doing.
bicycle mechanics?
Not
No.
a thing, not a thing. You know, but not a thing wrong with that's not a slight to bicycle mechanics, but you know, to watch them progress from
Yes,
that
100%.
to you know to making six figures plus,
Yes.
you know, and to go, hey, you know, we invested together, and man, now you're gonna go do your own thing. That's exciting. That's terrifying, and but you know, very cool that I played a part in preparing you for that.
100%.
And so that was a tough one for us. You know, you lose good salespeople, and you know, we had to begin the process of hiring and training and going through the whole thing again. A little bit of a rebuild, but it just took some diligence. It just took some identifying what we were looking for, and you know, hey, let's work through the process, and let's you know, we know we'll see the results, but we need to be patient. You know, we need to take our time. Let's say we are in a hurry, but we can't rush.
Right.
We want to make sure we get it right, get the right people, get them the right tools, get them the right information. You know, have them collectively understand what we're trying to do. You know, so there's a process of bringing people in, making sure they knew, you know, what we were about as a company and what we wanted to portray to our customers, and how we wanted to relate to them. And so we're on the upward climb from that. So it's kind of cool to see that. It's a tough experience.
Yes.
But it's been very cool to go through and see the progress and see the stepping stones we've gone along.
Yeah, Jason, that's always tough. What I've discovered is every time I lose a key person, nature abhors a vacuum. And I'm always surprised at what fills that gap. But I was just looking at a picture of my crew from like 10, 15 years ago, and every guy in the picture is in business for himself.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and it's
Isn't
like
that funny?
now during it was hard.
Oh yeah.
But looking back, it's a total sense of pride. Like, look at that crew. Every one of those guys runs their business.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But going through that was a little tough.
And at the end of the day, it is absolutely a credit to you. You know.
Yeah.
You know, to be able to say, hey, I developed these people, and yeah, good for them. And go do it. And he takes satisfaction in knowing that they're out there doing it the right way because you showed them the right way.
Right.
You know.
Right. There's a little bit of me out there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Absolutely. Very cool. Well, Jason, I'm excited for you to be president of PACC.
Man, I can't wait. We got an awesome team coming aboard. You know, I think the best part is we as an industry we've committed to attracting youth. We want to bring the young people in and the next generation of plumbing and HVAC contractors and get them going. And this new executive committee is full of youth. I'm the oldest guy, I think. You know, but yeah, you know, I'm 52, and I remember when I was first on the board of directors. I think I was 46, and I was the youngest guy at 46.
Yeah.
And you know, these guys are all in their mid 30s, early 40s, and
So
coming
cool.
in to run this thing. So, you know, we're committed to attracting the youth. Well, we made them leaders here, which is super cool to me. So
Jason,
I'm excited
awesome.
to get to work with these guys.
Awesome. Jason, well, I wish you luck, and I'm on your side, and let's go.
Let's go, Dennis. Appreciate your support. Love what you're doing. And man, if you're not here in Grand Rapids, you're missing a great show. The weather's amazing. It's a beautiful town, and it's going to be a great week. So thanks for having me on, Dennis.
You got it. If there's one takeaway from this conversation, it's this. The contractor who builds profitable businesses don't try to figure everything out alone. They ask better questions, they stay connected, and put themselves in rooms where they can learn faster. Because one conversation, one relationship, or one idea can save you years of costly mistakes. I want to cordially invite you to this year's PCCC Connect show in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, this coming October 19 through 22. And be sure to connect with your local PCCC chapter to get started making connections that will serve you for the rest of your life. And if you're serious about turning your company into the business you originally dreamed of at the beginning, keep listening to people who've already walked that path. Let us know what you think in the comments, and for sure, subscribe to the show. We'll see you in the next episode.